Okie dokie, artichoke. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I hope this microphone works. If it does not, I will jump off of a bridge with all of my clothes on so that I sink to the very bottom. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sure you've been here before. Probably, definitely. I know this face is incredibly recognizable, and I'm sure my content is some of the best content ever produced on this entire website. So you must be ecstatic and incredibly excited to return back to home base. Back to your boy, Camera Champa. Sorry, all jokes aside, if this is your first time here, thank you very much for joining. My name is Camera Champa. I just make videos on any topic that I like in hopes of maybe somebody will enjoy it or connect to it or find something about it that they like or maybe even learn something from it. Most likely not that, but you never know. Maybe a young kid will watch this video and learn what path not to take to end up like me. I know 7th grade me, if he watched this video, he would be very careful moving forward. He would get straight A's to ensure that he does not end up like this. Wow, that's really dark. I'm starting this off incredibly dark. Damn, now this is awkward. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm just gonna get right into today's topic of video.
Today's topic of video.
I'm so nervous. Today's video, or the topic of today's video, is we're going to be reviewing YouTuber merch. I know, the most innovative and useful video on planet Earth. The information I'm about to pass on to you, you will probably pass on to future generations of your children, and then their children, and then their children's children, so on and so forth. You will leave with a higher IQ. Your brain will probably increase in size, and you'll gain a couple extra wrinkles up in there too. We have, how many? We have 5 YouTubers. Well, I guess 3 YouTubers and then 2 YouTuber groups merch that we're going to review today. And the reason we have 2 YouTuber groups is because it was hard for me to choose 5 YouTubers that I personally watch, that I personally enjoy, because I mostly just watch these 5 YouTube channels, and 2 of which are YouTube groups. So I figured, these guys, I really enjoy their content. They make really good merchandise, or at least I would assume they do. I know they put a lot of work into it. I mean, I'm on the Scuffed Store website right now, and it's incredibly advanced. It looks very technical. It looks like they put a lot of time and effort into it, so I would imagine that they make pretty good stuff. So I figured, they deserve a spot in this video. They deserve to be reviewed by ya boy, by yours truly, the man with the world's longest neck and the highest voice crack. So we're going to start off today with no other than Scuffed Store, aka the Misfits clothing brand. I don't really know much about this. I don't know if they operate this or if somebody else operates it for them, kind of like a Fanjoy thing. If they design the clothes or somebody else does, or if they hire people to do it, I have no idea. So I'm going into this with a fresh face, with absolutely no information, and I'm pretty excited. So let's get right into it. Alright, first of all, first sight impressions. As I mentioned like a couple seconds ago, I'm actually quite astounded by their website. It's really grabbing my attention. When you first open up to it, it just has this video of this hooded invisible man wearing one of their sweatshirts going around in a circle with a whole lot of editing effects and flags, and it says Scuffed Store in the background. It looks like it's been run through multiple Instagram filters to the extreme, and it looks very professional. I can only imagine their clothes reflect this kind of glitchy, distorted, gamer-esque vibe. It kind of looks like they're going for that standard YouTuber brain-dead influenced design route. So let's see if I'm correct. This seems to be like a common theme with a lot of clothing brands, and especially like merch clothing brands that make merch for particular influencers like YouTubers or Instagrammers. They kind of take little logos, like Create Tyler took the UN logo. They take logos like that, they slap their brand on there, they add little details, and it kind of makes the brand look like it's something just beyond merch. It makes it look like an established thing, or at least it gives that impression. So I'm on the Shop All tab right now, and it looks like they have a lot of hoodies, a lot of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts. Ooh, you know what I should do? I should make a rating system for this. Let me drum that up real quick. I didn't plan this out in advance at all. I need to put more time and effort into the things that I care about. I'm sorry. All right, so the three things that I will be basing my opinion on are the look of the pieces, whether or not they appear unique to me, in my opinion, and thirdly, whether or not they're worth the price. So right off the bat, I don't see a whole lot of pieces on here, which is a good indication that they're kind of releasing things in a way a fashion house would, like as a line, releasing a limited set of things that they put a lot of time into, rather than just creating a massive quantity of pieces, basically putting quality over quantity. And that sets a good impression for me. But the more that I looked at the designs, they look very derivative. I have definitely seen things that look like this before. There's not a lot of differences from the brand of like an entrepreneur from your local high school. You could hire a graphic designer on Fiverr to create these designs for any brand. They don't really scream scuffed store to me. They don't really scream misfits. They look cool, but they look like they belong in the background. They're very bland. They're very basic. Sorry about that. Had to change the camera angle up real quick. But we're back. We're back in business. Welcome back. I just tried describing something in a really douchey and confusing way, so now I'm going to start over and try to re-describe it without sounding like a total nincompoop, so stick with me as I attempt to describe this. This is going to take every last brain cell inside of my little squirrel cranium. Let's see if I can do it. I like the scuffed Boston hoodie, and I like how it has multiple different fonts. We're off to a good start, okay? I like the font that looks like somebody wrote it. Oh god. I'm trying really hard to put this into words. This is very challenging. And I also like the font that is in italics that says scuffed. There we go. That took way too much energy. I feel like I need a Red Bull after saying that. But yeah, I think that's kind of a cool looking hoodie. I like the long sleeve, but again, like nothing about it stands out to me. In fact, I have PixArt on my phone, and I guarantee you I could make something that looks very similar to this. And I know that's not the best argument. It's not the best argument to say that you can make something that looks like this. That's the argument that people use for modern art. They're like, oh, modern art sucks. I could paint something that looks better than that. I could paint something that looks just like that. When in reality, it's more about like the artist who painted it and the history behind the painting and the time that they painted it, etc., etc. But the fact of the matter for this is they're not the first ones to make clothing that looks like this. They're not the first. They're not the first ones to emboss some logo on the sleeves and the back and the front of a long sleeve t-shirt. In fact, they're probably not the millionth either. And for that reason, I gotta say, for the design or the look of the clothing, I'm just gonna give it a 1 out of 10. It's something that I personally would not buy. Now, on to the next thing, the uniqueness of the clothing. You know, same thing with the design. It's not unique. It looks like every other influencer clothing brand that I've seen. I have a lot of respect for the Misfits. I think their podcast is very funny. I listen to it quite often. But I personally would not support their brand. I would not support them by buying these clothing items because I could find things just like this anywhere else. And third, worth the price. These are very basic prices. I see t-shirts for $30, hat for $30, and chances are they're probably printed on pretty inexpensive basics like Gildans or jerseys. So these are actually pretty decent prices for that kind of thing. I mean, you have people like Antisocial Social Club printing logos on Gildan shirts and then selling them for like, what, $100? So this is an incredible downgrade in price from that. So I would say that if you do like these items and if you do want to support the Misfits, these are definitely worth the price. I'll give it a 8 out of 10. What was that, dude? That was so weird. Why did you just make that face? All right, on to the next one. Next one, we have the boys from Cold Ones, Max, and Anything for Views, Chad. We have their brand Cool Shirts. I have a lot of respect for this brand because there's just something about it that draws me in. There's something unique and interesting about it. It looks like something that you would see on the rack at Urban Outfitters at an extremely expensive price. And one thing I really enjoy about this brand and about Chad and Max is that series that they did where they paid Fiverr artists to make really stupid and bad designs. I wish I thought of that because that's beautiful. Not that I have an audience or anyone to purchase shirts, but Jesus Christ, man, if I had their subscribers, I would do that shit in a heartbeat. That is genius. Yeah, none of this stuff is really anything I would personally wear. It's a little too e-boyish, but I can't knock the designs, and especially the tastefulness of the designs. They're going with things that are slightly eccentric, but not too eccentric, creating things that are recognizably cool shirts. So for that look, designs, I'm gonna give them a 7 out of 10. Next up, on to unique. I think they're pretty unique. I think they're doing something that not a lot of people are. You can tell that Max and Chad's influences with video games and alcohol and whatever their other interests are definitely finding their way into the cool shirts designs, even if they themselves are not the ones designing it. So for that, I definitely respect cool shirts. So uniqueness, I'm gonna also give them a 7 out of 10. Now finally, worth the price. I actually have no idea how many dollars these are costing. Oh my god, what was that? That was a malfunction. The hamster in the wheel just stopped spinning for a second there. I have no idea how much these items cost, but let's see, shall we? So for a t-shirt, okay, 27 bucks. Hoodie, 50 bucks.
Dude,
I'm gonna say 10 out of 10 because if you're looking for something like this, if this is your style, for $27, you really can't say no to a t-shirt that has a design that you really like on, that also supports creators that you enjoy watching. Worth the price, 10 out of 10. Boom, bitch. All right, moving on. This is a classic. This is a classic merch site right here. Everybody knows who I'm about to go on right now. I was actually gonna review Critical's merch, and then I went on his site, and it was just t-shirts that said moist on the breast. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, Charlie. That's gonna be a no from me. So instead, we're going with the boy, the legend, the king of vlogging. Whoa, sorry, David Dobrik. I just couldn't imagine David Dobrik eating pussy. All right, so I know David's shop is run by a different company, and he probably doesn't have that much of a say. So right off the bat, I know that David's merch comes out in waves, kind of like a real fashion brand. He releases like collections of items in a certain style with a certain logo, and then discontinues them, and then sells a different collection with a different style. So I'm not going to go too deep into his past collections, and they're also pretty similar to what he's selling now, so I don't really think I need to go super in depth with that, because anything I cover right now that's on his site now essentially represents things that have existed on his site in the past, if that makes any sense. Some crew necks, some iPhone cases, some shorts. They're trying to make them casual and chill. They're not trying to reinvent fashion. But yeah, it's just kind of basic sweatshirts, sweatpants, items that you would wear at home that have kind of a cool twist because they're correlated to David's vlogs. But I gotta knock the designs. They're incredibly lazy. It's always just David's vlog in a different font. And for that reason, I think I can definitely box them in and say that this is kind of lazy. This is kind of just like quantity over quality, just trying to get as much David's vlog merch out as possible. And you know, I respect the hustle, but nothing about it stands out to me. So look, I'm gonna give them... What did I give Scuffed? Did I give them a 1 out of 10? Damn, that's harsh. I guess I'll give these guys a 1 out of 10 as well, just because it's pretty bad. It's kind of boring. Damn, I feel really mean for giving Scuffed a 1 out of 10. Did I give them a 1 out of 10? I don't know. They deserve higher than a 1 out of 10. Whatever, I'll deal with that later. Whatever. Uniqueness, already covered this. It's not unique. It's just rinse and repeat, a constant cycle of trying to earn as much money off of David's fan base as possible. Worth the price. Prices aren't that bad. I'm seeing $45, $40. Pretty chill prices, but I'm gonna give worth the price about a 5 out of 10. Pretty weak. All right, moving on. Our next YouTuber is also a classic. A man that we all know and love. Our gamer king. The king of being 5'2", PewDiePie. And one thing I know about his PewDiePie merchandise is that he does all of the designs himself, because he has a background in graphic design and working with Photoshop, and that was kind of his passion before he did YouTube.
Alright, so
Oh, that's so sick. He's got yo-yos. He's got JoJo Big Pee-Pee Adventure yo-yos. That's so sick. That's such a cool idea. You gotta see more YouTubers doing things like that. Like if David Dobrik sold, I don't know, something that pertains to his vlogs, like some sort of inside joke with his logo on there or the clickbait logo, dude, that would be sick, and they would probably earn a higher rating from me. Yes, because a high rating from Cameron Champa is the most important thing on planet Earth. JoJo Big Pee-Pee Adventure yo-yos? Oh, it's yo-yo, isn't it? That's how it's pronounced. Oh, the J makes the Y sound. Damn, I'm dumb. I'm dumb as shit. Because it's Swedish. Yeah, okay. That's just cool. I like that a lot. And you know, he put a lot of thought into that. He was like, okay, let's make some yo-yos. PewDiePie is always looking to make a meme out of something on his channel. Like, if you watch his Minecraft series, that's like the perfect example of how he operates, of how he creates content. When he interacts with something, whether it be in a game or in real life, he makes that like the focal point of the video, and he makes that item or that character a character in his videos. Like Pee Pee Poo Poo, he just found a pig and started messing with it, and then it became a legitimate character in his Minecraft series. That's what he's doing with this yo-yo. That's what he does with Floor Gang, all that stuff. The man is a genius with that stuff. It's super smart, super thought out, and entirely intentional. And he knows that by doing that, it like creates a stronger sense of community with his audience. And for that reason, I think selling something like a yo-yo is super smart and super cool. And they're also only 20 bucks. And I'm pretty sure Duncan is like a pretty high profile, decent quality yo-yo maker. So respect. All right, I'm seeing Yo-Yo Big Pee-Pee Adventure, Sympnotica, Floor Gang, all sorts of merch. This is very similar to the Scuffed Store situation, where it's techie gamer designs, little logos, things that were influenced by other brands like Brain Dead and maybe Online Ceramics. There's a bunch of other names that are kind of escaping me right now. Back in like 2015, there were a lot of new home-based DIY streetwear brands, and they did a lot of things like this. And now it's evolved to this particular style with like the techie. Ooh, sorry, I keep smacking you. So this is again a little bit of an iffy thing for me, but I do respect that he is making merch for the jokes in his videos. Like I said, he's not making like a shirt that says PewDiePie or PewDiePie's vlogs in a circle like David is. He's actually thinking beyond that, and when you buy something like that and you wear that, you feel like a true PewDiePie fan. You feel like you are contributing to the PewDiePie lore, like you're contributing to the existence of PewDiePie. The look, like I said, it's pretty basic. Nothing really stands out to me except for the yo-yos, so I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. Actually, you know, I think that's a little harsh. I think 3 out of 10 is way too low. After reviewing the footage, I went back on his website and I was looking back at the designs, and you know, I think I'm gonna change my opinion to a 6 out of 10 because I do appreciate the fact that it's his own original designs and that he incorporates his memes and shit. So I think that definitely elevates it above a 3 out of 10. I personally feel more drawn to these than I do the Scuffed Store items. Uniqueness, the memes that are the focal point of the clothing are quite unique. However, the designs themselves are not unique. So for that reason, uniqueness gets a 2 out of 10. Finally, worth the price. Again, these are pretty cheap prices, pretty affordable. Things that I wouldn't second guess spending my money on if I felt inclined to purchase one of these items. I see $30, $50, so on and so forth. Yeah, worth the price, 8 out of 10. Pretty solid. Big respect.
Floor Gang, ow.
Bitch. All right, next up, we got the final YouTuber in this little video. Your boy Cody Ko. I'm sure you all know who Cody Ko is. He's obviously my biggest influence for this channel. Him and Noel Miller. I love their podcast to death. Big fan of That's Cringe. Big fan of GT Dave's Kombucha. So I might be a little biased going into this. Who knows? I don't remember that much of Cody's merch. I don't know what kind of merch he sells. I feel like I should know, but I don't remember. I know at one point he sold a shirt that just said merch on it. But let's see. co-official.com. Damn, son, this shit is professional. Okay, Cody. Okay, so right off the bat, this dude his designs are so obviously influenced by Brain Dead. And the reason I say this is because I catch this little bitch wearing Brain Dead on his videos all the time. If you go to any Cody Co video, 9 times out of 10, he's going to be wearing Brain Dead something. The dude must own like hundreds of Brain Dead items. Yeah, dude, this is actually really sick. This is the kind of thing that you see in a lot of designers nowadays. Like I said, the logos, the words, text plastered. Everything is influenced by the DIY streetwear brand kind of vibe nowadays. So if you're looking to sell merch to millions of people that watch you, chances are the best way for you to sell a large quantity of those items is to do these kind of designs. So I understand it. I forgive Scuffed Official. I forgive PewDiePie. It's okay, you guys. You don't have to apologize to me. But the way Cody is using colors here and using images outside of just those basic bland United Nations logos, I think really stands out to me. It looks really cool. And he's sticking with the merchandise meme. He's got the official merchandise thing. This all looks like the type of stuff that Cody himself wears. So you can see that it's a pretty personal clothing line. It looks like it definitely has his personal touch added to it. So for that reason, I'm going to say the look, because of the colors and the personalness of it. All of these elements boost the score up a little bit more for me. And I promise I'm not just a biased little bitch. So look, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. And then on to unique. You don't see this at Scuffed's store. I'm sorry, Misfits. I know, I'm an asshole. I know, I'm sorry. Go buy some Scuffed store merch, because I'm shitting on it way too much, and they deserve the money. But uniqueness, it's more unique than the average YouTuber merch. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Finally, worth the price. Again, we have the same kind of prices that we see on all of these items except for the David Dobrik merch. $25 t-shirts, $45 hoodies. That's actually cheaper than most other brands. $45 hoodies. It's pretty solid. I'm gonna give it like 9 out of 10. That's solid as hell. That's solid as hell. That's really good.
Alright.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate if you stuck around to the end. I know that I really kind of just talked in a circle and didn't say anything actually substantial. You know, I appreciate you watching, and it means a lot to me, and I'm really trying to do something with this YouTube thing. So if you want to stick around, if you want to watch some more videos, maybe subscribe, leave a like. That would be much appreciated, and I'll send you a personal sample of my own semen in the mail for you to do what you will with. Sorry, that was very graphic. I hope I didn't offend you and your favorite YouTuber too much. Good night, everybody. It's way too late for me to be doing this.